Make no mistake about it, ETH is crashing hard, but you can use that to your advantage. And in this video, I'm going to be taking you through 3 top buys that you can make whilst ETH is incredibly low. Now, don't forget, it might go even lower, and this is never financial advice, but in this video, I want to make sure that if you are ready and willing and eager to take those next steps to buy some solid NFTs, that this is where you learn which ones might be the ones for you to pick up and snipe at a decent price. Let's dive right in. Okay, so my first pick to buy in the dip is going to be World of Women. I talk about World of Women a lot. If you are wanting to buy a solid blue chip, this is one that is really doing the rounds in terms of pricing, and there's 2 levels to this pricing right now. We've got World of Women, the original collection, at 3.1 ETH floor price, which is less than even I paid for it. So this is a really, really good time to buy. And then you've also got World of Women Galaxy as well, which is their second collection, which is down at 0.39 floor price. So this is a really, really good time to maybe buy 2, maybe buy 3 to make sure that you've got 1 to hold and a couple to flip. This is the opportunity for you to buy into this right now. Now, you might be asking yourself, why? Why World of Women? Why is this important for me to buy into? Well, there's a number of different reasons for this. World of Women not only is considered a blue chip amongst the space, and obviously the space is evolving, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But what I do think about World of Women is that they are continually hitting the headlines, and they are seen to be something that is a force to reckon with when it comes to leading the way for female-led projects. Now, you can see here there's a number of different influencers from Reese Witherspoon through to Farouk, who are all holders of some form of World of Women, whether or not it's a Galaxy or an original. But what they are doing is really opening. Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow as well, huge names behind this. And Guy Oseary, we've talked about this before in other videos, the manager behind Madonna and U2, who's taken on the Bored Ape Yacht Club. He has managed to take on World of Women, and is going to, obviously, once he's finished with his other commitments, is going to really focus on them and take them to the next level. So what I love about World of Women is all of their initiatives, which we can see here. They are really focusing on spotlighting emerging artists, and every single month you get airdropped a new artist NFT into your wallet just for being a holder of World of Women. And you never know, one of those artists could take off, and that could become incredibly valuable for you. They are, from a really good sort of charitable standing point as well. They are giving back to women-led organisations, sustainability-focused organisations, really big causes that they support, and educate and welcome World of Women and underrepresented minorities into the world of Web3 and NFTs. And for me, what this tells me is that there is a massive opportunity when it is as highly regarded as this, that if you can afford to buy into this price, and right now at time of recording, if you're dealing in pounds, Ethereum is like £1,000. This is like the lowest I've ever seen it. So this is a great time to kind of do a solid investment on what is considered a blue chip. I might even consider buying another World of Women so that I have one to keep and I have one to flip if I want to in the future. And that's one of the things I would always advise, is to make sure that you try and buy more than one so you have that option when you need it. But if you want a more affordable price point, then 0.39 for World of Women Galaxy, their secondary collection, is going to be a really, really good opportunity as well. So it's up to you guys. See if you like World of Women, see if this resonates with you, see if you want to buy into blue chips. My next one that we're coming up with now is the new kid on the block, I would say, the odd kid on the block as well. It's Goblin Town. The reason why I want to bring up Goblin Town is because I think that there is a whole new wave of NFTs that are doing things in a completely different way, shaking up the system and being led by Goblin Town. Now, skeptics like me who didn't buy in at mint, and actually, their whole process was that they were giving away a free mint and they're making their money off secondary. They've got no roadmap, no docs teams, no information about them, yet there's this whole kind of community sentiment that came together to kind of say, we want to buy into this. And the reason why I think this is a good price is because this is like the first of its kind of this new wave of NFTs. The floor price right now is 3.51 Ethereum. So again, it's not cheap, but let's consider that only a week or 2 ago, this went up to almost, I think, 8 Ethereum. And that in itself, if we look at the activity around it, we saw it kind of hit these kind of highs where you're sort of thinking to yourself, 7.6 Ethereum, where you're kind of thinking to yourself, there was something behind this. It wasn't a pump and dump because this hasn't dropped to like below an ETH or anything like that. And there is still a lot of activity around the goblins. People are sniping this at an early, cheap stage as well. Now, Goblin Town has, the popularity of Goblin Town has allowed it for almost immediately to get other projects to create derivatives or different versions of this. And, I think if you're thinking that the NFT market has been a bit stale for a while, and you're thinking that there has to be a change from these traditional kind of PFPs, we've seen the demise of Cool Cats in a way. That price point dropped dramatically. Then maybe this is the sign of something different, and this is your next step into going into something that I think will take you through to a different level when it comes to NFT purchasing. Maybe it's something for you to flip. It's an expensive punt to take at this stage, but I think with this and seeing how this new process evolves, it's so odd. They have their own kind of law, their own kind of script and text and the way that they write. And that for me is a really interesting direction that the NFT space is taking. So 3.5 ETH, you've got a solid number of wallet holders here with 4.5k of them. The volume is creeping up all day, every day. So they've done incredibly well on the secondary market. There is a lot of talk about Goblin Town in the space as well. It's definitely one that you guys might want to really consider. Now, if you hold fast, I'll be coming back with what I think is probably the most strategic purchase that you can make when it comes to the NFT sniping in this bear market. Yes, of course, Ethereum might go down a little bit more, but hold tight. If you buy in this next opportunity that I think will be a really good one for you, you will not only just make potential money on the NFT itself, but also it opens you up to possibilities for residual income as well. Oh, hello, you've just caught me on another NFT break. Well, whilst I've got you here, I just wanted to let you know that we're really pleased to say that we've partnered with the Tezos ecosystem for this video. Tezos is the blockchain that you can build, play, and collect on, and its ecosystem is home to developers, creators, and innovators from all around the world. It's also super environmentally friendly with an average energy footprint of just 17 global citizens. Now, knowing that, along with low gas fees and sustainability through innovation, you can rest assured that this is a green, clean blockchain. And don't just take my word for it. Some of the world's biggest brands are building their futures on Tezos, including Ubisoft, the New York Mets, Red Bull Racing, McLaren F1, and even Manchester United. So a huge thanks to the Tezos ecosystem for partnering with us on this video. And if you want to find out more about the Tezos blockchain, then make sure you check out all of the links in our description box below. But for now, let's get back to business. Okay, so I promised you the thing that I think is going to be the big investment for you to make, and it's investing in the metaverse, okay? And all of these that I have shown you today, they're actually below the price that I've even paid for this. So this is such a good time to buy, and I might consider buying more as a result. As ever, this is never financial advice. This is just my analysis and what I think on the market. But if you are wanting to buy sandbox land, and why wouldn't you? It is the land that everyone is looking at. It's just dropped its alpha season 2. This is the land where, if you look at the map, you have a huge amount of incredible brands that are part of this space and are willing to buy into the NFT world in itself. You've got everything from Snoop Dogg here, you've got Atari, you've got other sort of big brands that have really set their mark in the metaverse. And this for me is the opportunity that I think that a lot of us can really take advantage of whilst prices are low. Now, by buying buying the sandbox land at floor price, which is 1.54, I don't really think you're going to get prime real estate. I think you're going to get something on the outskirts unless you're really, really astute and you've managed to pick yourself up a bargain. But each of these parcels of land here, you can see just about where they are situated, and you might find a really great piece of land that's for you. And I think buying into something that's maybe alongside a major brand means that footfall will come in for you as well. And what's the opportunity with land? Whether or not it is the sandbox, whether or not it is the other deeds to the other side, which is the Bored Ape Yacht Club land, this is down to floor of 1.79. You're going to get a pretty desolate looking piece of land for the floor price. But again, it's about having some land in the first place. And once we hear more about this, I'm pretty sure this is going to pump. Or maybe you're going to look to Decentraland, which is probably a little bit more expensive, but it is the land that is probably the most built up and utilized by brands at the moment. You're going to look at about 2 ETH for this, 2.2 ETH for a floor price on this. Having land in the metaverse gives you these opportunities. It gives you the opportunity to build. It gives you the opportunity to create. And it gives you the opportunity to have something like an early piece of real estate, which means that when everyone else clocks onto the fact that the metaverse is going to be the thing that everyone wants to be a part of, if you've got a stake in that land, no matter where it is at this stage, you will have the opportunity to really monetize on it in a separate way. You can have that residual income if you're going to build an office block. You might be able to rent out those office block pieces. If you're going to build a shopping mall, you can rent out those units to potential brands in the future. This is where your creativity can really go wild. If you are maybe a real estate person in real life, maybe you're an interior designer, there are opportunities for you to be part of the metaverse and to utilize those in real life IRL skills into something that is going to be digital and very much at the forefront of people's minds for the next 10, if not 20, 30 years from now. So as this develops, you'll be having the opportunity to really get involved in something that is going to be part, inevitably, of our future. And that is why I think the biggest pump that you can make in this bear market is going to be on metaverse land. Well, there we go. It's not going to be for everyone, but there are price points that hopefully will suit the majority of you. And you know what? Whether or not you're buying into blue chips, you're buying into land, or you're buying into the next big thing, this video hopefully has given you a little bit of insight as to why they might be a solid purchase for you. Now, if you're needing any more help with your NFT journey, if you are a creator in the space, then why not check out these videos? They're there to help give you some marketing tactics, some opportunities to really learn how to better yourself in the space. And I hope they suit you well. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.